Hey everybody, Forever Rich 82 here. Hope you're staying safe and being well out there. So, before Christmas, uh, the people have been working on the Genesis port of Final Fight Mega Drive, or MD, or as we know here in America as the Sega Genesis, have released a ROM that is basically supposed to be near perfect, or it is perfect. And I've played it a little bit, and I like what I played so far, but I didn't complete it yet. So I'm gonna probably go ahead and do that here. Granted, you have unlimited continues because if you guys remember, the SNES version only had, I think you were only allowed three, and unless you knew that game like from front to back in terms of attacks and everything with both Cody and Hagar, I mean, you weren't going to make it very far. I still can't beat the original Final Fight without cheating. Meaning, there's a code in the game where you can lower the difficulty to like one, and then give yourself like nine continues or nine lives or something like that. If I could, that's the only way I can beat that game. Now, apparently, there are ways to around that where you can cheese the system, but I'm sorry, I don't want to have to play a game where I have to cheese the system in order to get the fuck anywhere because that's stupid as shit. Anyway, so during that time frame, though, the SNES at the time was the only way to play Final Fight at home. And then you also had the Amiga ports, the Amiga port, which was not very good at all. Matter of fact, that game was broken to shit, much like Street Fighter 2 on the Amiga. Like I said, pretend those versions don't exist. They're fucking terrible. I mean, if you want to look up footage online, feel free. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna be happy with what you're gonna see. The Amiga is a great console, or a great PC. It has some amazing games on there. However, when you don't give a shit about an intellectual property and you port it onto the system in that way, you need to go fuck yourself because that's dog shit. So, uh, so we're gonna be playing the Mega Drive version or the Genesis version. I keep saying Mega Drive because that's what the game is called. If I find a link to the game, now I found it on X, but if I find it somewhere online, I will post a link in the description so you guys can try this game for yourself. I have not tried it on my EverDrive. I'm assuming it won't work because I have a EverDrive X5, and I don't think it will work with that because I think it needs the extended RAM of the newer ones. So that's okay though. I mean, I can still play it on PC. It's not that big of a deal, And I could play with a Super Nintendo Lite controller. Because you guys know where my heart lies with 16-bit. I love the Genesis, sure, I really do. But my heart's always going to lie with this. I'm always going to side with the Super Nintendo. Except when it comes to Final Fight. I'll even admit that port is absolute shit. Like the Super Nintendo version had a lot of censorship. It was terrible, missing a level, and it was just bad. And I think the reason for that is because Capcom opted to use, I believe, a 4 megabit chip, and not the 8 megabit or the 12, which I think were available. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I think they cheaped out. So that way, you can have two players, and you had one missing character, Final Fight Guy. But then here's the thing: in '94, for a blockbuster exclusive, also in Japan, they released Final Fight Guy, where you could play as Hagar and Guy. Why didn't they? I mean, they made some like subtle changes to the game too. But you mean to tell me you couldn't put make the game? They're just being lazy. They couldn't put the third character and the extra level in there because there's assets of that level in the ROM. They've been found. So somebody out there, if you know what you're doing and you have passion for Final Fight in any way for the Super Nintendo, fucking fix that fucking game, man. But until then, we are stuck with the Mega Drive version. Also, the Final Fight CD. I played that. I believe I played that on a stream. Also, a very well made port. Has great music because of CD-ROM, and the game is brutally hard, but it was arcade accurate for what it was able to do, for what they were able to do during that point. That is from that time frame. That was the best version of Final Fight your money could buy. Not everyone had a Sega CD though, because who the fuck wants to play FMV games? I mean, I understand back then it was a new, bright, shiny thing, but they were dull. They were boring. They lacked depth, and they were stupid. Games like Night Trap and Time Gal. I had fun with Time Gal, but it's just all it is Dragon's Lair, guys, with a different coat of paint. We were stupid back then, right? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and give this puppy a spin. And I'll be nice. I'm going to go ahead and play everyone's fan favorite character, Mike Hagar. Which my friend Dan used to say I looked like when I was in my 20s. I think that's a load of shit. But, they said other people will be outside looking and they'll see you for what they see you as. Like I said, if I look at myself, I see a mix between Chris Farley and the singer Meatloaf. I've been called that too. So, and I apologize, I'm a little congested today. It's a free fan game. It's a beta version. Therefore, bugs, errors, and strange readers should be expected during gameplay. So this isn't the final release. Like I said, I expect it to be fixed, hopefully, in the future. I mean, but for what they did so far, this looks amazing. I'll let you guys watch the intro. So you can go ahead and compare if you play the arcade game, which is on Capcom Classics Collection 1 for the Xbox and PS2, and Capcom Stadium, Arcade Stadium, I believe, 1. Pick up the goddamn phone. That sound always annoyed me in the arcade version and on the Super Nintendo version. Pick it up, goddammit! Thank you. Dude, the Genesis has the best percussion of all systems, hands down. I mean, listen to those drums. They sound so clean and they're hard-hitting. Don't get me wrong, I love the SNES when it tries to do metal and shit. It's charming, but it can't hold a candle to the Genesis, I'm sorry to say. Cody's like, oh, my Pinoche has been stolen. The motherfuckers are hitting where I should be hitting. And then guy's like, yeah, I'm bored. I'll come with you, why not? And that is your plot for Final Fight. Very cut and dry. Now, I originally played Final Fight. Like I mentioned this before. I'll mention it again for shits and giggles. My old job, Big Lots, when I lived in Michigan. I didn't play it when I worked there. My parents used to shop there when we were kids, and we went up there, and they had it up front. And my brother and I put in quarters, and we played it for the first time. And we were both amazed by how the sprites were huge, and it was beautiful looking at the time, and it was badass. It just gave you that feeling of, should I be playing this? Kind of like how Pit Fighter was when that first came out. Because like I said, I was a yay little guy, I would say. I mean, I was never short per se. I was always tall, but still, it's like when I was about yay tall. I saw it's like, is this a game I should be playing? I don't know, but obviously that was all. It was all new and fresh. Everything was new and fresh at the time. So it was magical. I mean, you had to be raised during that era to understand it. I'm going to change my buttons. I'm drinking myself some Coke Zero right now. I was craving a bottle of Suds. I pretty much gave up on soda, though. I don't drink soda nearly as much anymore. I drink nothing but tea and water now, for sure. Because of health reasons. Okay, so I like my attack B and jump C. It's like that with every Genesis game. Let's put that player up to 5. I'll keep the game a little normal because I don't want to be too cheap. Hopefully it continues our infinite. We'll find out. See the extra modes. Oh, wow. 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 Now, this is kind of cool. You can put in for extra bosses, no food, random enemies, one punch, God mode. Oh, I bet those are fun. That's for the Mega mode. Oh, it's for the Mega mode. Okay. So, because there's 2 modes. There's arcade and mega mode. Arcade's arcade, and the mega mode has. I'll have to play through that at some point. If you want me to make a separate video of me playing the mega mode, let me know in the comments. There's nightmare difficulty shit. So, and there's extra features. What do you mean? What is Need 40? What does that even mean? I don't know. Anyways, that's pretty cool though. Okay. All right, so we got everything we needed, so let's go to exit and begin play, huh? And like I said, I'll go ahead and play as Hagar, because that's everyone's fan favorite. You got main guy, you got survivor, that's probably like roguelike. When you die, you your game is over completely. You have to start from that game probably. So boss rush, there's time attack. That's cool. Extra modes are cool, right? Alright. That's you can save games, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, you have I wanted to try Mega Mode, and I played like a stage of it. I picked Mackie because she's hot, you know. I don't remember making that. Fuck it, let's just make a new one for the sake of the playthrough, huh? So you have Guy, Cody, Hagar. Well, it's already better than the Super Nintendo version, because you have all three characters, not just Cody and Hagar. But I'll pick everyone's favorite bad boy, Mike Hagar. Makes the arcade sound, not that crap we heard on the Super Nintendo. That's already a million times better. The animation's very much spot on. Love that shit. Yeah, my brother played as Hagar, and I played as... I played as Hagar, my brother played as Guy. Guy was my brother's favorite character in the game. And to this day, I still think Streets of Rage is still a better series than Final Fight. However, Final Fight, I'll give the second place trophy to. I mean, so far, I know it's just the first screen, but this is arcade accurate as fuck. Like I said, the only thing that sucks is the colors, but that's the Genesis, you know? But, you know, I'm not going to knock it a point on that, because I know the hardware's limited. Ooh, the transitions. That's what I'm talking about. Super Nintendo didn't have that. Yeah, the music's pretty accurate, too. It's not all twangy like you hear Genesis games having. Like I said, they got tools now, and with those said tools, people are able to make, homebrew or improvement, like for instance, support of this is made with those tools now that are available. So Genesis is going to be... Genesis ain't dead, guys. Genesis is going to live on for the retro community, just like the Dreamcast, for a long time. But still, man, Super Nintendo should get some love, too. What the fuck? Is it hard to program for? That's my only assumption. I mean, there are some homebrew games on the Super Nintendo, but not many. I want that motherfucker to see some love, too. But if I have to live the rest of my days being the retro gamer that I am, playing Genesis, I'm alright with that. I'm not unhappy or anything like that. Come here, bitch! Grab the fucker! What are you doing? I'm trying to grab his ass. He ain't letting me. Alright, I'll just punch the shit out of him like I do any other time anyways. Excuse me. One more time. No, because he keeps doing that jump kick shit. There we go. That's what I want to do is a headbutt. It does a lot of damage. Yeah, see how much damage it does? That's why I like to do the headbutt. Bam! Get the fuck out of here, damned! What was he called in the Super Nintendo version? Thrasher? I mean, what's so bad about damned? I understand Sodom, you know, sodomy. But not damned. Ah, there we go, the chicks. Yeah, Foxy and Roxy. Which Capcom basically said they're transvestites. So they wouldn't be like, oh, you beating on women. I remember that too. It's like they're like, oh, they're not women. We swear. Bullshit. Bullshit. They're women. They just want to call them those fucking stupid harpies in America, I think, over that. So, good on Andor, who is known later as Hugo. Get the fuck off me, holy shit. I mean, come on, don't... Yeah, basically, they said basically they're trannies or something like that. I don't know, don't care. And if they are, great. If they're not, whatever. I'd rather have them not, because they're kind of hot. And I don't want to have a fucking strange erection. Anywho. I'm getting my ass kicked, obviously. I'm not that great at Final Fight, never have been. I find it a little too hard. Like I said, I couldn't beat the Super Nintendo version unless I cheated. You know, there's a whole, you can, that code where you can give yourself like 9 lives and shit, but it's just, I don't know, the computer is just cheap. Yeah, I love the animation though, like, Hagar's animation is perfectly smooth, unlike the Super Nintendo version. And like I said, the soundtrack's nice too. It has that arcade sound. The SNES game just sounded like a broken mess to me. I mean, that's not really a fault of the game, it's just the composition. It was made for FM, let's be real here. It was made for FM. Not SPC 700. I mean, that was more for symphonic sounds anyhow. Is that beer? Give me that shit, I want to get drunk. Yeah. I mean, it didn't label as beer, but come on, it has that's beer. I mean, it's a can. I just hope it wasn't piss warm beer. Probably, since it's probably been in there for God knows how long. Look at the background, it's glitched to shit. That's great. And it's gone. What is that, some Houdini type shit I'm not familiar with? Get the fuck off me. I hate this shit. One thing I hate in beat-em-ups is when they zone you and the only thing you do is just sit there and take it like a bitch. Because they don't give you many options to beat that. See, Streets of Rage gave you a back attack at least. Double Dragon gave you a back attack. Why didn't Final Fight? Well, they kind of did. Let me see if I can pull it off. If this game is coded in the same way. Basically, if you punch the enemy twice and then press the opposite direction and press foot, you'll throw an enemy. Let me see if I can pull it off here. Oh, god damn it. Come on. Let me see if I can pull it off. Okay, it doesn't seem to work on this version. I know it does on the Super Nintendo version. Yeah, it's not working. Alright. Maybe in the next version we'll get that. But I never understood that. I mean, you have this, but that takes away health. Of course, on like the Super Nintendo version, you turn on the extra joy, and it doesn't. I guess it doesn't. No, that does. All that it does is make it one button. Ah, never mind. Never mind. My brain's just saying, Scott, knock it off. Alright, now we gotta go fight Katana, aka Sodom. Let's see if he's just as much of a bitch here as he is in the other games. So far, no. Because in the arcade and on the Super Nintendo, and I think even Final Fight CD, he fucking just rushes towards your ass. Make sure you get hit. But here he's just casual. That's the easiest Sodom boss fight I ever had in my life. I'm not complaining. So far, it's a very impressive port. Dude, just listen to those samples, man. It's so fucking sexy. Oh my god. I want to bend his samples over and bang him hard. I'm talking roid rage kind of fucking smashing. You know what I mean? Now, the samples they used was great. Come on, say, oh my god. Say, oh my god. Come on. Do it. Do it, do it. Go, oh my god. Come on.
Oh my god.
Yes! Ha! Not that, oh my god. I actually did it. Yes! this port is absolutely glorious. I mean, can you imagine if we got it like this? I mean, I don't think it was possible back then, though. Everyone's like, oh, they could have done it back then. No, I don't think the tools existed for them to do something like this on the Genesis then. I mean, now they do, sure. I mean, fuck me, they got, Mega Man the Sequel Wars. They got Mega Man 4 done, and I think 5 might be done at the time of this playthrough. I'll need to look up into that project to find out what they got done, because I played Mega Man 4, and it's nice on the Genesis. The music is great. See, a lot of people bitch about how the soundtrack sounds on the Wily Wars. I don't understand it. To me, it sounds fine. It's not great. He even does the sound when he does a lounge. That's great. Hell yeah. I mean, I know that's not important to some of you. It's all about the gameplay, sure. But, you know, when you have the presentation of the arcade here in spades, it just makes the experience better. It really does. Because it's full. You know, it feels full. It doesn't feel empty or desolate. It has all the sounds and everything. It feels full. And that's what a beat-em-up... One of the things a beat-em-up needs. It needs different kinds of enemies, right? And it needs to feel full. Like with sounds and combat. Yeah. Ah, now we gotta go fight Uncle and Grandpa Ondor. Or, I'm sorry, Father Ondor? I thought it was... You know what? I don't know. Ondor are like rogue shooters. They're all the same. I know one of them is grandfather. I'm guessing F is father. I don't know. I don't know. Don't care, really. I hate these fat fucks. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm a fat fuck too, but these guys annoy the fuck out of me in any version of the game. It doesn't matter. They're just annoying as fuck. I like this song. This is probably my favorite song in the whole game. I don't know what it is, why I like it. I just like the melody. I think it's cool. And you know, in the Super Nintendo version of this song isn't all that bad either. Oh, let's go fight, what is his name? Eddie E. Yep. Good old Eddie E. I remember one time I called him Easy E. My friend's like, he's not the rapper, dude. He's a fucking cop. I'm like, sorry, dude. Get off me. Get off. I want to get that bubble gum before I die. There we go. I mean, you gotta think, though. Ew. Why would you do that? Yeah, we're headbanging my ass on his stomach. Oh, gunfire time. Shit! Yeah, now he's gonna move back and forth. Not so fast, bitch! Your crooked ass needs to go to the dog pound, motherfucker. Unfortunately... Oh! The industrial level! It's here! Ha! I hate this stage, though. I hate this stage. It's fucking... It's a whore. For reasons that pretty much have already presented themselves. Son of a bitch! I fucking always hated this stage. But the fact that it's here, that's awesome. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? Bro! Don't tell me this is as far as you can go. I don't believe that. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. You go in between. I didn't know, seriously. I can see some of you scream at the screen. What the fuck you doing, man? You're supposed to go between the flames. Sorry! My bad! Oh, we can use the flames to my advantage. Because, you know, AI, duh. Ponies! Yeah, the fat fucks and 2P are like my least favorite enemies in this game. Because they're just annoying as fuck. Ah, balls. Okay, can we not do this anymore? Can we move forward, please? Duh! Oh, good old Andor's back. And his bitches... Dude, Andor's a pimp. And I'm serious. He pimps out Foxy and Roxy. I'm willing to bet. Willing to bet. So have you ever heard that sound clip for the Super Nintendo version? Wonder what it's from? Now you know. Yeah, I love the presentation here. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm being left out. I don't feel like I'm playing a shit port. I feel like I'm playing a damn good one. I mean, it would have been nice if we did get this back when the Genesis was, you know, in its prime. What some would consider its prime. But now that we got the tools available, now we can see more amazing stuff like this. You know what I would like to see on the Genesis, honestly? Knights of the Round. I would love to see... Or Magic Sword, even. You know, I mean, the possibilities are endless. If something like this can be achieved on the Sega Genesis, it just makes me think of what else of the shitty ports we got on the Super Nintendo that could be improved, you know? And I hate to say that, because I love the Super Nintendo to pieces. Like I said, my bias is always with the Super Nintendo. But I will not defend Final Fight on the Super Nintendo all that much. I will in some ways. I gotta fight Rolanto here in a minute. He's a dick-ass, too. Fuck him. Jesus Christ! Is there enough on the screen for me to take care of Jesus? Alright, now we gotta fight Rolanto. Grenade-wielding ass face. Well, of course we gotta take out everybody else. The next stage is my least favorite stage in the game, because it's long as fuck. Yep, there he goes throwing grenades at us. Rolanto reminds me of a, you know, a Vietnam guy that has PTSD and just gone nuts. Yeah, we gotta wait for his ass to come down and finally take what he has coming to him. I mean, I don't know, like, there's not many people that talk about it, but, you know, when Rolanto was in Street Fighter Alpha 2, if anyone played at him, he was not a bad character, he was actually kind of fun. I just found it wild that, you know, we started seeing Final Fight characters in Street Fighter games. Yeah, cool, dude. Come on, you dick weasel. I had enough of your bullshit. Of course. Here, have a knife. Or run around like a fucking cracked out soldier on meth. You dirty basketball American, I swear to Christ. I never liked fighting this guy. He's because he's just he's an asshole. He's like a spurg, you know? Doesn't know when to fucking stop. There we go. Now he's gonna commit suicide. Good. Sayonara, cocksucker. Boner stage. Sometimes I get this, sometimes I don't. So I forgot. You gotta jump kick these. I didn't get it. That's all right. So like I said, sometimes I remember to, sometimes I don't. Yeah. Rats. Close. But, you know, it's just a boner stage. It's just for points, so you can get extra lives and stuff like that. This stage is long as fuck. If I play the game without cheating, this is as far as I get on the Super Nintendo game. Yeah, it's like, it makes me wish that maybe one day, someone can pick up the Super Nintendo game and fix that bitch. You know, for all the Super Nintendo fans. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad this exists, really. I do. Just, I would like to see the version I grew up with not given the treatment it was given. Because Nintendo happy censorship and everything else in between. In my opinion, this should have been the last stage, and the reason, because of its length. It's like, beat-em-ups shouldn't have stages as long as this. It consists of 3 parts, and they're long as fuck. And, like, you fight every type of enemy here. It's bullshit. Now, some people might like this stage. I'm not one of them, because it's too goddamn long. It's longer than all 3 Godfather movies, it feels like. Or Titanic. Or Braveheart. Okay, I'm exaggerating, obviously, but, you know, it's long as shit, and I don't like it. But, the only way is through, right, fellas? You're goddamn right. I mean, this is a real dad, though. Hagar, he's a real dad. His daughter's in danger. He's like, oh, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go beat some ass and get my daughter back. This is because this is some bullshit. So, props to Hagar for being a real father. And he gets to eat some food out of the barrel. You know, he got some curry, got some hot dogs, got some bubble gum. I mean, the man's eating good. He's eating well. Oh, look at that, a whole turkey. Or chicken. Yeah. Man's eating better than us. He's eating better than most people I know. Myself included. Yeah, these dickheads will always knock the barrels down if they're near one. So, yeah, it's annoying, but it's an aspect of the game that you have to get accustomed to. You son of a bitch! I mean, sometimes you just don't know. Okay, that time I got lucky. Probably because I was holding on. Like, is that the secret? Holding on to dudes? I mean, I don't want to be... I mean, Hagar's not a homo, so... But still. More pizza. Jesus Christ. I can eat a large pizza, maybe a few breadsticks, and then I'm done for the day. Maybe. You know, when I was a kid, my friend and I were talking about, how would Final Fight look on the Atari? Basically, I said Hagar would be a big square, and when he did this move, it would be like two flashing squares next to the big square. And my friend Steve laughed his ass off to that. He thought that was the funniest shit. I mean, like I said, my friend Steve and I were big Final Fight fans. My brother thought it was okay. But see, like I said, I mean, his gaming taste these days shows what he likes. And that's RTS. That's his jam. I mean, I wish he wouldn't be that closed-minded. I mean, you guys think I'm closed-minded. Holy shit. I think he's even worse than me. It has to be strategy. I mean, you heard of people that play only fighters. That motherfucker's all about the strategy games. I mean, that's fine. That's what he likes, you know? Alright, we passed the first part. Here's the second part. Sexy. There's nothing sexy about this bathroom, I can guarantee you that. There could be glory holes in that shit and some faggot shit going on here. Nah, I'm good. Thank you, but no thank you. You need a back attack, man. I don't know what Capcom was thinking. I mean, if something as old as Double Dragon in 1987 got a back attack, there's no reason why this fucking game that came out in 1990 don't have one. Oh my fucking god. Let me do some. Stop blocking my shit, asshole. This is not Street Fighter. Alright, come here, bitch. There we go. I mean, why write sexy so many times on the door? What is so sexy about a men's stall? You just go in there to shit or piss. Or fuck your fist. Whatever you fancy, I guess, you know? You do you, as the old saying goes. Alright, third part. This part is bullshit. You fight every guy in the most obnoxious way. Like the Elgatos and shit, and 2P. Yeah, they're all over the place here. The boss here is a dickhead. His name's Abigail. He is such a dick. He runs up to you and throws you in the air. Now, in the Super Nintendo version, he does really big damage. I wonder if that happens on this version, too. I'm sure we'll find out sooner or later. But yeah, if you have, like, a friend, I mean, the game is two-player. You know, if you guys want to just beat ass and just turn your brains off, I recommend this. Especially if you played Streets of Rage so many times that you just need a break from it. You know, like, I played Streets of Rage 2 probably 100 times so far. And sometimes it's nice for a change of pace to play something different. Like I said, Final Fight is not a bad game. It's just, it needs work. I mean, fucking Golden Axe had a back attack, too. In fact, if you spam it with Gilius Thunderhead, the game's already yours. I'm serious about that. I've beaten that game, like, for, I think it was, like, 75 cents in the arcade, and I used the back attack with Gilius. And it got me through the whole game. See what I mean? There's, like, too many of these motherfuckers. And they have like, stupid defense. You notice how they don't take very much damage at all? Jesus. Trying to grab one so I can headbutt them. Fucking hell, dude. Fine. Take a knife to the dick, asshole. Come out here, Beeb. He's upside down! You see that fucking... Oh, boy's upside down. This is some poltergeist fucking weird ass shit going on. I mean, can I attack him? Okay, this could prove as an issue. Oh, he flipped the right side. What the fuck is this? Alright, okay. Because I was worried, I was like, am I going to have to replay that stage? Because I would cut it off and then get to that part again and then cut it back on. But I want to avoid that if possible. That was some fucking crazy ass shit, though. That dude was possessed by something. He was a special one. Because Hooked on Phonics sure as hell didn't work for him either. Abigail's coming up very soon. Yep, that would be Lady Liberty. I'll show some of my patriotism. I don't have much of it, but hey. I have a little enough to show respect where it's due, so. Come at me, bro! Yeah! Yeah, like, you may not notice this in beat-em-ups like these. It always depends on the character you play as when it comes to the weapons. Like, for Cody and Guy, it's all about the knives and swords, but with Hagar, it's about the pipe. Here, I was about to say, here he comes. Oh, hey, okay. Alright, let me pause this for a second. Okay, when you fought him in the Super Nintendo version, all he would have to do is and throw shit twice, and your life would be gone. It actually only takes a fraction of your life. That's an improvement. Now, in my opinion, the enemies is what makes this boss fight hard. Because it's always these annoying fuckers, like these fat fucks. I mean, that one guy looks like me if I was bald. That guy right there. Alright, sounds like you're trying to take a shit, Abigail. I get it. Get some fiber in your diet, and that would help a lot. Ah, fuck off. Oh, he broke out of it. I've never seen him do that before. Interesting. Alright, now I think it's just me and him. Oh, come on. Alright, fine, fine. Fine. Shut up! Holy shit. Okay, continue. Alright, go. God, you're annoying! Shut up! You sound like a person that's trying to shit. Hasn't shit in like a week. I get it. It's painful. Let me pick you up, you Ultimate Warrior wannabe lookalike piece of shit. Except with he needs the long hair, though. There we go. This is irritating. I'm sorry, this is irritating the shit out of me. There we go. Fuck off. What? There we go. Serves you right, cocksucker. Final stage is also kind of a long one, too. This is the final one. This stage is just as annoying as the other. But the only way is through, like before. Oh, I actually stopped that one from hitting me. Yay! Go me, right? I deserve a fucking cookie! Make sure it's a macadamia nut cookie. Those are my favorite. No chocolate chip, because that's being cheap. Give me the macadamians, motherfucker. Oh, shit! I am just so blown away by this port. It's so well done. And the fact that, you know, it's alpha, or beta, excuse me, and there's more they're going to be doing, I can't wait to see what else they got planned for it. And it's playable on your Genesis, if you have the proper EverDrive. Like I said, I don't think mine will run this. I'll have to try that maybe at some point. Slap it on the SD card and see if it runs. Because Xenocrisis runs on my EverDrive, but Demons of Asterborg does not, so. It runs on RetroArch, though. How the fuck is a pineapple in a chandelier? What did you do, staple gun the shit on it? Well, it's an ornament. Hey, shut up. Oh, here come the cavalry. Cholesterol, heart attack, and Roid Rager, I guess. I wonder if Andor or Hugo is German, because he looks he looks German to me. I'll be like, lecker Minars, Dunkopf. Get the fuck off me! Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Fuck. I fucking hate 2Ps and Js. Was he just sliding on the floor? Man, we're seeing some amazing shit happen here. Okay, first part is done. Second part is annoying. Because it's like a beach. I don't know. All I know is it's long and annoying and dog shit. Music's kind of cool though. Hell yeah, all three fat fucks at once. It's great. Of course, we're going off screen, so I can't hit him. Of course. It's the only way you can win is to fucking play like a coward. Tell me that's not a beach in the background. Or at least the pool of the estate or some shit. See, the arcade version, when you punched Foxy and Roxy, you got to see like an underboob shot, which was kind of nice. I don't think you see it here. Which, whatever. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I had the arcade game on different platforms. I'm not worried about it. Okay, this bitch can stop backflipping for fuck's sake. Die! Thank you. Oh my god. I noticed one thing wrong with the port. I mean, obviously, but it's not... It's just behaviors. See, Andor's not supposed to always run like he is, like this. Basically, they're doing the whole gold max thing, because when the skeleton fighters would be level with you, they would always run. It wasn't like that in the arcade. They would walk a little bit and then run. But like I said, they said in the opening screen that there could be some... I mean, we saw, like, what's his nuts walk upside down. Hollywood or whatever his name is. The white version of El Salvador, whatever the fuck is... El Gato or whatever the fuck his name is. See, this is why I hate these motherfuckers. They're too fast. They always hit you, no matter what you fucking do. Even if you play as Cody and Guy, it's like they have priority. I always hated that about those motherfuckers. That's why I don't like them. Ah, speaking of devil. Jesus fucking Christ. Just let me go forward, God. Yeah, these are the only ones that can block, and I always hated that about them. Notice they're called Axel and Slash. Why? Because Japanese love Guns N' Roses. I mean, fuck me, Axl Rose these days look like Miss Fratelli from what's Goonies. I think that's her name. Yeah, because there's a Fratelli brothers. But that's that's Goonies. That's Goonies. I don't know why I had that confused with Gremlins for a minute. I don't, man. Getting old. All right, can this level be, or can this at least this part be done with? All right, good. We got two more parts before we're on the final battle. But I gotta get knocked over a bunch of time by Foxy and Roxy, because that's what they do. Fucking bitches. I'm glad I can beat the shit out of them. Makes me feel a little better. Try kicking me in the face again, bitch. Fuck you. I mean, what is that, Coke? Coca-Cola? I mean, the beer, I think, lays on the ground. Or maybe there's two kinds of beer. The tall boy and the 12-ouncer. I don't know. I just don't know, Chief. Oh boy, chicken in the chandelier. I bet that's the tastiest ever. Said no one ever. It's like fucking pot roast in the fucking wall. I mean, you gotta have an imagination for that kind of crap. I noticed that guy was sliding off the screen. So there's some work that has to be done, but, you know, for what is here, it's amazing. It's absolutely fucking amazing. But this is the part where you start to get a little fatigued from all the button pressing. What, like, I'm telling you, like, now, like, being as old as I am, playing a game like Final Fight, as long as it is exhausting. But still, once in a while, you know, it's alright, it's fine. Yeah, too bad I don't have like a turbo function, you know? If we were playing the Game Boy Advance port, we would. Because I could just sit here and beat my dick with one hand, press B with the other. Ooh, a banana! I'm not a monkey, I promise. And a cheeseburger. I mean, all this delicious food. I mean, my boy here's eating good. He's getting tons of protein. And they're perfectly cooked. I mean, in all seriousness, the fuck, you know? Annoyance factors through the roof. You grab one, somebody knocks you over. You try to headbutt one, someone punches you. It's like, you can't win. Or you do, but it takes a while. Oh, yeah, you guys. And most annoying of the bunch, I would say. For that reason. The whole flip and fucking knifing to the head. You know what's annoying is when you beat them up, you beat one enemy you don't like of a one group, and then like 3 more come out. That to me is like some fucking anger, like going through the roof kind of shit. Was never a fan of that, and Annie beat him up. Every time, without fail. I got lucky a couple times, though. Can we be at the fucking doorway so we can finally beat this shit? Like I said, it goes on and on. You can tell I get fatigued when I start bitching about the game. Nope, I did fuck all. Maybe if I jumped towards it, I would have done something. Maybe. We're almost there. Let's try. Remain patient, grasshopper. Okay, there's the door, and I gotta take care of dickheads beforehand. Always. Like I said, they're throwing the absolute everything at you at this point. But we still got even more. But it's the last area of the game. There we go. Our last area. Let's try to make it. If you're still watching, you know, be patient. We're almost there. I'm trying to think of something to say. It's just these motherfuckers right here with the fucking radioactive suits and shit. They are so like, I don't know why they have such high priority over you. I mean, the only thing they did. Oh, come on, that is bullshit right there. That was fucking Hezekiah Jewish shit if I ever saw it. Where's the yarmulke? Those motherfucking barrels should have been wearing some. Fuck me. I'm sorry if I lean forward too much during this gameplay and it covers my face. It's a habit of mine. Sometimes I just like to lean forward. I don't know why. So I do apologize if that annoyed you. Come on, enough! Let's just go to fucking Belger's ass so I can kill his stupid ass in a wheelchair, little fucking faggot. You see some titties on those statues. Just no nipples. But hey, titties. Can't go wrong with that. Get off. My annoyance level is not at 100%. It's at 95. It's getting there close, though. Because I can't fucking do anything. I hate that shit in beat 'em ups, man. When you can't do anything. Back attack, Capcom. Back attack. If Streets of Rage can get it right, why the fuck couldn't you? Dumbasses. The only back attack you have is that. And that doesn't do much. So you can't do nothing. You just get knocked the fuck around like a ragdoll. Okay, now my level is at 100. Come on, let me fight the fucker and let me get this game over with. Goddamn. Finally, here we are. This is gonna take a bit too. Oh, because this boss sucks. He's worse than Mr. X. Look. Yeah, the non-doors and the fat fucks come too. See, I don't mind ending up as Catting Father, as long as I can get my fat ass to him so I can headbutt him a few times. Alright, he's almost gone. Okay, so I haven't... God damn. There we go. Fuck on out of here. God. That's such an annoying boss fight. But we have saved Jessica. And Cody's going to take her home and give her some sweet, sweet butt sex. I mean, I like to think that way. But, you know, Hagar did the right thing. You gotta give him props, man. He went through all this shit so he would save his daughter. He didn't want to lose her like he lost his mommy. Or her mommy. Or his wife. See? Respect, Hagar. Daisuke Otosan. Now we see the original developers of this classic to beat 'em up fans all over the world. Yeah, look at that. That walking animation's perfect. It's solid. There's no breaks in it. I like that. Cody, wait up! My butt needs pounding. The guy beats the shit out of him. I always love that. It's like guys like the incel, you know? He's like, God damn it, you get to hit that shit and I don't. It's bullshit. I'm going back home to Japan. Fuck y'all. Lame ass reason, Cody. Lame ass reason. And she gives him a kiss, and then it's over. For now. Until Final Fight 2. And, well, you don't have Cody in that. Now I get to see who made this port. So, if you guys want to give your props to these people, I suggest you do so. Sorry, man. The percussion in the Genesis, mwah, so good. Yeah, I see Sega Lord X and VG aside was there. I know those two channels. Sega Lord X is boring, though. I'm sorry. His voice puts me to sleep. But he's got a lot to say, so... I mean, he can say the same about me. I'm not all that interesting either. But your opinion is that of your own. And that's the beauty of life, is having opinions to forego whatever it is you want to convey. So that is Final Fight Mega Drive. I just noticed I have my banner up on screen. That's fine, whatever. So final thoughts. It's a damn good port. It's definitely something I wish we could have gotten back in the day, but I understand the tools just weren't there yet. Tech has made a lot of advances from that point until now to where such a port is possible. On the Mega Drive. Or the why do I keep saying it? Because the game's called Mega Drive and his brain. It's the Genesis here in America, dickhead. Yeah, for the Genesis. Like I said, the Super Nintendo port was a launch title on the SNES, and it was impressive for what it was able to do. You know what it was, because they just made that with standard tools from that time frame. So I can't hate on the Super Nintendo, but I will not defend it in the same way that some people may or may not have. I don't like the censorship of the Super Nintendo. I hate the fact that the industrial level is gone. I don't like how you have limited continues. That pisses me off. The game is just bullshit hard. I mean, so is this version too, but this version, is trying to replicate the arcade in terms of, I guess, balance and difficulty. But I mean, like I said, now, Ondor and the Fat Guys, they are supposed to run, yes, but not like incestuously like they do here. So, and of course there were a couple bugs there, but we were told that in the intro screen. So, I can forgive that. I'm willing to forgo that. It's fine. It's fine. And what I mean by that is it's fine. You can still play it and enjoy yourself. I mean, grab a friend and beat some ass, and if you guys are Final Fight fans, or if you're into just getting into the genre of beat 'em ups, there's plenty out there to like. There's plenty out there to enjoy. Like I said, I put Final Fight in the second place in terms of series. My favorite Final Fight is Final Fight 3, aka Final Fight Tough, as it's known on the Super Famicom. That's my favorite Final Fight. 2, I hated the sound driver. It's too springy and bouncy and reverbery. It just gives me a headache. The game itself, on the other hand, is an alright game. Final Fight 2 is alright. And then, of course, Final Fight 1 is easily the worst of all three on the Super Nintendo. Due to the censorship, lack of 2 players, now all 3 characters are present. But then you get 2, where you have Maki, Carlos, and Hagar. And then you have Final Fight Tough, which you have Lucia, I want to say his name is Drake, but I could be wrong on that. Then you have Guy and Hagar. And, of course, you also have a super bar move, which is similar or akin to Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, where you had, when you got your super up, you could do basically a super move. And that, of course, was evolved on Street Fighter Alpha and Street Fighter Alpha 2 and 3 and so on. That was the leveling, basically a super bar. You have 3 levels. I mean, I don't need to go through all that with you guys. I'm pretty sure some of you out there who watch this channel have played Street Fighter Alpha or all the Street Fighters, all the versions of 2 that are out there, all 100 of them, what feels like anyways. But yeah, but Final Fight was definitely, that game was originally supposed to be known as Street Fighter 91, or the sequel to Street Fighter. But they made it to its own game, and then Street Fighter 2 actually did get Street Fighter did get a sequel, Street Fighter 2. And that's history. We all know what happened there. It was the cause of the boom of that and Mortal Kombat, both of those. We were living a good life there, guys. We were being fed with some excellent gaming experiences during that time frame, for sure. But I would like to hear your comments, your thoughts on this port. Do you have any memories of Final Fight that you want to share with me? I would love to hear them. or any kind of beat 'em up for that matter. So I would like to hear that. I told you guys basically where I played it at, which was at the building that my first job was, which was Big Lots. In the front of the store, they had a Final Fantasy arcade cabinet. They were probably selling it. I don't know, but they also had it to where you could play. So my brother and I played it there and fell in love. And then I found out that a port was being made on the Super Nintendo, and then ended up getting the Super Nintendo later that year. I got and it came to Super Mario World, and oh boy, did I play the piss out of that game. My brother kept playing. My brother got to play Sonic the Hedgehog. We got to play Sonic the Hedgehog for the first time because that was a brand new IP at the time for the Sega Genesis. I can go on all day talking about retro stuff, but I'm not going to bore you to death. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this here. But thank you for watching this. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the views, and appreciate your guys' friendship and kindness and everything. I hope you enjoyed this for what it's worth. Remember to keep gaming, keep loving, and keep it retro. Until next time we see each other, you take good care of yourselves and stay safe. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching my video. If you liked what you saw and would like to support my channel, please consider being a patron. I'll put your name up with these fine folks who have donated to this channel, and that would be awesome to have you on board. If not, that's entirely up to you. I hope you have a good day and take care.